welcome back to Spectrums, everybody. You have heard his wife's view. Now we can hear his view. Let's please help us welcome Vice President and co-owner of Crins and Company, Eric Petersen.
You got some people out there in the audience, right? Eric?
Right. Yeah, I see that.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Great, awesome.
Wow.
So we heard your wife's side.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She got some very strong views.
And
Yeah.
You guys actually raised your son that you had from a previous marriage, and then you also have a biracial daughter. How do you feel about interracial dating?
I mean, I don't have a problem, to be honest. I mean, I look beyond their skin color and realize just the type of person they're going to be instead. And I mean, you know, racism can run on both ends so deep that it's more to me about, you know, are they with a good person as opposed to are they with a black person, are they with a white person? Just as long as they're happy and they're treated right, that's all that matters.
So how do you deal with, because her views are very different than that. So how do you deal with that?
We just don't talk about it. No. No, I mean, you know, we have two different opinions. We come from two different sides. I mean, I respect the fact that, you know, she's experienced some things in her life that I haven't. So, you know, I can't dismiss those from her, and I can't try to change her views on that. All I can do is just kind of listen to what she said, and, you know, I can tell her my views and why I feel the way I do. At the end of the day, we just have to agree to disagree sometimes.
Okay.
So.
That's good. You have understanding like that, because most relationships wouldn't even come, you know, they'll be bickering back and forth and trying to pressure their, you know, opinion
Partner, yeah.
Right.
on the other partner, yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem telling her she's wrong. She's not. Usually I'm the one that's wrong, but I tell her anyway.
Yeah, because I'm like, real good.
Long-lasting marriage.
Right, we always about to, like,
I don't mind my significant other having a strong opinion.
Yeah.
You know, because I will walk over you if you don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's cool.
So she said that she's had these issues because she's also experienced them, she said, with your family. When you guys got married, that she feel like your family is kind of against her because of her skin color.
Yeah, and again, this is one of those things where my wife and I, we don't see eye to eye on, and we never will. And you know, we can talk to each other back and forth about why this happened or why this happened. I mean, at the end of the day, basically, the situation is what it is. So trying to go back to determine how it happened or why it happened, let's just move forward and see what we can do about it from here.
So you don't believe that your family had anything against her because of her skin color?
I mean, let's put it like this. My personal views is I don't believe so. However, more times than not, when my wife says something and I'd argue with it, she's right and I'm wrong. So my best bet is to try to just kind of, you know, just agree with her and try to see it from her point of view too.
So how did you grow up, though? I mean, when you were growing up, did your parents ever, you know, tell you stick to your own, or
No,
did they were like, date who you want to date?
It was never a matter of that. I mean, it was, I hope you go out and find a nice girl or something like that. Do I think that maybe in the back of their minds they had this picture that I'd be with a black woman when I got old? I don't think they thought that. But maybe that's why they didn't try to talk about it, because it wasn't in their mind to say this is possible. So.
Okay, so now from just talking to Nikki and, you know, the courtship and everything, and she said she just, you know, you guys go to games or whatever, but she wouldn't date. I mean, you just kept pursuing?
I didn't take no for an answer.
Why didn't you take no for an answer?
I mean, I saw something that really interested me. I mean, when I first met her, she was gorgeous, just beyond belief. And, you know, then talking with her a little bit, you know, she had that personality to kind of make me a little uneasy, but yet it was so funny. So, yeah, I mean, it sparked my interest enough where I wanted more of her, to find out more about her. So it gave me a reason to keep pushing. So then I found out more about her, and, you know, it just...
You loved her even more.
Yep.
That's wow. I know, right?
I'm just like, you know, it's just making me really... Go ahead.
Was she the first black girl you've ever dated?
That I've ever dated, yes.
Wow.
What drew you to her initially? I mean, just...
obviously anybody that's... The first thing you see about somebody is their appearance.
Yeah. So not the first African-American woman you've been attracted to.
No.
But the first one you actually...
Right. And you know, I guess maybe that has something to do with when I was younger and stuff. I mean, I I think in my high school there may have been 5 black girls or
Oh,
five black people, period. So I mean, I didn't really have that to experience or to really, hey,
Right,
this is
right.
okay or not.
Right.
So once I started getting older and moving out on my own, then all of a sudden more doors and more options open to me. So
With your children, how do you see, well, you said that earlier, but like, do you look at your kids as being biracial, or do you look at them as being, do you have a black
that's
daughter,
what she
or?
looks at.
and exactly. I mean, I guess they're my kids.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah,
I am-
exactly.
I
Right.
mean, if you
Yeah.
want to break it down technically, there's 3 black kids, there's 1 white, and there's 1 mixed. But to be honest, it doesn't matter to me. They're all my
Right,
kids. So
right.
Rock and roll. I like that.
Because you had a son in your a previous relationship, right?
wasn't really a relationship, but yeah.
I didn't know if it was a relationship. You know what
No.
A baby was made. A baby was made.
And we know how that happens.
He
okay.
came from somewhere over
Right,
here.
right. I want to make sure y'all two
But you
stay
have full
together.
custody of them.
Right.
Okay.
So how does he act in the household? Being that he has not a drop of African American.
He more or less mimics what he sees. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
right.
been with us since I think he was 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is how he's grown up. But, the way my other son and the older 2 girls, the way they are, that's how he is. That's what he sees. That's what he's around all the time. So, I don't want to say he acts black. He just acts like a kid
How he's
that's
been.
around in his environment.
And that's really true, because I know when I was in elementary school and we were here in Milwaukee, there was a family that, they were white girls, and I don't want to say they acted black, but, with all the kids that were in the school, other kids were black, and she just fit on in and everything. And then we were talking one day, and we were like, why do you act like this? She was actually raised by a black woman. Her father's girlfriend was black and had been around since they were like maybe 2. So that's all they knew, all the family, everybody. So that's how they grew up. So they weren't acting a certain way. That's just how they were.
They're a product of their environment.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's
Exactly.
how life is.
Right.
You're a product of your environment.
One question though, real quick. Do you
Yeah.
think he's gonna date black or white women? In your own opinion, what do you think?
I think
Honestly?
I think he's going to want to date black women, but I think it's going to be difficult for him because of our demographics where we are. There's a lot of white girls around. So I think he's going to date white girls at first, but I think he'll evolve as he gets older.
Thank you for being here, Eric. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
You did good. Okay, good job. I thought you were gonna be on Shine.
I'm glad it wasn't mine, baby.
Welcome back to Spectrums. Our next guest has always been open to love regardless of race. Please welcome CEO of DAMG and Chill Program, Dante Chestnut. Ooh, now I know why you keep breathing over and over.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you,
all
appreciate
suave
it.
and stuff.
Shouts out to Divert Fashions. Yeah.
You actually have a lot of different companies that you're heading. Tell us
Yeah.
about the businesses that you have.
Well, I'm first blessed to be CEO of DAMG Entertainment. We also have distribution through Universal Music Group and also the Chill Program, which is a 501c3 foundation where we help victims of domestic violence abuse, children who've been abused and neglected, as well as sports, music, and liberal arts programs across the country.